The gold and silver markets have changed drastically in the last couple of years, where once you could buy premium products and get that premium back at the other end, it's now a bit of a struggle. So does that mean the future of gold and silver is just in the basic products that you can buy, big chunky bars and big cheap 1 ounce gold coins? Or is there still a place in this world for premium things like poured silver, or even just unique and really cool silver coins? I'm going to share some of my thoughts today on the markets and what I would expect if I was buying right now. Hello everybody, Backyard Bullion here, and a very warm welcome to you all joining me for another Precious Metal Ramble. Now, I've seen quite a lot of change in my time here on YouTube. We've seen prices go up and down, we've seen premiums go up and down, and a whole plethora of new products enter the gold and silver markets. And in my opinion, it can be exceptionally overwhelming to new and even seasoned stackers. And so today I want to share some of my thoughts and expectations if I was new to buying gold and silver, or even if I was going to start ramping up my own purchasing of beautiful shiny things. What would I expect to pay for different types of products? What would go through my mind? What questions would I ask myself when looking to get into these types of products? Whether it be a big 5 kilo giant Umicore, a 1 ounce gold coin from the Royal Mint, or just silver bullion in coin form, whether it be just generics or Britannias or Eagles, or even the more rare collectibles like proof coins, or even our own products like poured silver and the premium products that one might make and see out there in this world, because there are a lot of them. So with all that said, I do hope there's something for everybody, whether you're new or seasoned in this video. It'd be great to hear from you down in the comment section below. So without further ado, let's jump in and talk about what I would expect from my side when buying right now. So I am always a buyer of gold and silver at the right price, and that's the crux here. I have been in this game for a while, so putting a brand new stacker's hat on can be quite difficult. That said, there are a lot of different avenues right now to buy your gold and silver. I would say if you're buying gold right now, certainly from my side of things as an experienced stacker, as somebody who knows the different markets out there, that realistically right now you shouldn't be paying more than 2-3% for your gold. If you are looking at buying gold from a big dealer out there and they're looking at charging 5, 6, 7, 8% on a 1 ounce gold coin, a generic 1 ounce gold coin, then they are overpricing it, in my opinion. The market right now is tough for these. I look to sell these types of coins through my bullion selling service at about £40 over spot price, which works out around sort of 2.5% at best if it's a Royal Arms coin. And even then, sometimes they struggle to sell. So in my opinion, 2-3% is your kind of limit on gold right now. It's a tough market, it really is. Now, that's for just generic bullion gold products. There are, of course, lots of different other ways of investing in gold. Not everybody can look to buy these big, chunky 1 ounce gold coins. And so if you are looking at buying fractionals right now, things like sovereigns are definitely worth thinking about. The expectation that you should have for buying sovereigns is that they are cheap and should be as cheap as possible. If you can get a sovereign at 2-4% over spot price, you're laughing. And that works out right now at about £360, 365. If a sovereign is priced at 375 and it's just a generic bullion sovereign, nothing special, no funky dates and the like, then it's too expensive in my opinion. It really is. So do think about that. Now, there are special designs, which we're going to talk a little bit more about in this video as we go along, which is why I've got a whole eclectic mix of silver out here on the table, because the same can apply to silver. So right now we are in this world where silver can be bought really, really cheap, but it can also be bought very expensively. Certainly for us in the United Kingdom, the wonders of VAT and tax means that we do get quite a hefty additional cost when buying silver from a dealer. It's just the fact of living in the UK. Taxation, eh? What a beautiful state we're in. So if you don't want to spend at least 25, 26, 27 pounds an ounce on the most basic of bullion that you can buy, like a big giant bar from Baird & Co or others, plenty of other dealers out there. Baird & Co aren't sponsoring me, but the point is you can buy those for about 230, 240 pounds, 250, I think it's about 250 at the moment with VAT. So £25 an ounce essentially. If, however, you wanted to get the best deal for silver, it's often the second-hand market that you need to look at. And right now, the expectations on the second-hand market, in my opinion, to actually get your stuff sold would need to be around the £22, £23 an ounce mark. You need to undercut where those dealers are coming in at the cheapest that they can be. The bigger the bar, the cheaper it should be. And like these big Umicore bars here, these were sold. So I had one last week that sold 2 weeks. Was it 2 weeks ago? 2 weeks ago. No, it was last week actually. Anyway, I forget, they all blur into one sometimes. And that sold for £20 an ounce, which at the time I think was an exceptionally good price. Now this is another one that I've had come in. This one's actually already got a sale agreed. I'm just acting as an intermediary for it. And it was sold for a very similar price. I think it was like 20 quid more, basically, it ended up being. So very, very similar product, very good price for the buyer. And for the seller, I think that's a fair price to think about. Selling does come into this as well, and we will talk about that in a moment. But when we go back to silver and the premiums that are attached to it, there are definitely a lot of choices out there in this world to spend your money on. If you want to get premium coins, understand what you're buying when you get them. There is nothing wrong with buying a silver coin at a premium. If you just want to stack the most possible silver for your money that you can get, then you want to be getting generics like these buffaloes. You just want to be paying the cheapest possible price that you can, whether it be on the second-hand market or through a dealer. Or you just go and you buy a massive chunk of silver like this, or a Umicore 1 kilo. There are plenty of options for just getting the cheapest chips silver. But there are also plenty of options out there for the slightly more expensive silver, whether it be from places like the Germania Mint or from some of the other mints that we've had featured on our channel before, the Mint of Gdansk. There are plenty of options. In fact, there are so many options it can be very daunting. Now, they're not to be taken with a pinch of salt. You need to be examining these. You need to be thinking about them in a critical way. How are you going to get them into your stack efficiently? How are you going to sell them when the time comes? That's one of the most important things I've always factored in. And there are a lot of people in this world that will just tell you it doesn't matter, just accumulate as much silver as possible at whatever price that you can. But quite frankly, if the goal here is an investment to make money, then you need to have head over heart. And that's why, in my opinion, for those types of products, you should maybe be thinking of avoiding, specialist coins, whether they be from the Germania mints and so on, and just get your cheapest chips bullion. But there is a market for these coins. And, I'm not saying that if you go and spend a premium on this coin, you'll never get a profit, you'll never get your money back. But it's a different animal. It's a different way to look to sell it at the other end. My bullion selling program that I've got going on, I get a lot of inquiries from people coming in, and they have specialist coins, whether they be different years of eagles, or some of the Perth Mint specialty coins that have come out over the years, the Lunas example, for example. And a lot of the time these people say, when I go back and quote them, a reasonable price that is above where some of the generics would be, but they go, but the dealers have got them in stock for £50 an ounce. And it's like, well, they've got it in stock at £50 an ounce because they know they're not going to sell it anytime soon. You can sell for a higher price than to a dealer that would offer you spot price on those coins if you sell them directly through the second-hand market, basically. But that's not easy to do. It's not difficult to do in the sense that you need just to be able to list them and sell them, but it's not easy to do in terms of a quick turnaround. You've got to find the right buyers out there. So that then brings me to the sort of ultra high end of the spectrum, which is things like proof coins and, of course, like things like poured silver or our specialty gold bars that you might have been looking at during this video. There's a reason why I haven't just plugged these right at the start of the video, and I'd much rather talk about them now in the context of what they are. So these are premium products. As with most bits of poured silver, I've got a couple of my beautiful ammonites here as well. And it's not to be ignored, the premium that's involved in these, as well as other things like big proof coins. And those do have their own collectible markets, but they are a lot more difficult to sell. And with the way the world is right now, there is this huge complexity when it comes to things like proof coins, and the market that's involved with them is very tough right now. Lots of proof coins that previously would have been doing very well on the second-hand market are now struggling. Now, I've talked about this in the past in a previous video, and I do think that it's like every market, it's supply and demand, and it's cyclical. And with the world the way it is and the cost of living crisis right now, if you're looking to buy rare individual poured pieces of silver from me or whoever it might be in this world, then you need to have a think about how you're going to get out of it at the other end. And maybe the time to get out of it is not going to be right now. And that's certainly a factor to play into any purchase of rare and collectible items, whether they be my 10th ounce gold bars or my beautiful ammonites here, or whether it be proof coins from somewhere like the Raw Mint. It is incredibly important to think about. So, if you are in the market for something that is different and unique and you've got the wherewithal to hold it for a long time and you want to help support our channel, then you can. I'll do my one little plug that I'm going to do for this video. If you want to go but get some 10th ounce gold bars or some of my 1 gram fractionals, or perhaps one of these ammonites has caught your eye, then you can. And it's a good way to support our channel. But it's also something that is more unique and different, and it's got a place in a market for itself. That said, it's a tough market and one not to be entered lightly, and I have said this countless times again. There's a reason why, when you look back through my video catalogue, that if you just look, I haven't been doing videos promoting poured silver and premium products for a very long time. I did videos earlier on when in my YouTube career when I was talking about the products that I'd made and things, and even then I wasn't being pushy. They are premium products and they should not be entered too lightly, whether it be mine or anyone else's out there in this world. So it's definitely something to think about. But from my experience as a collector and stacker of things and purveyor of beautiful collectibles, I am all for them. There is a huge market for them. We've only got to look to recent past where we saw post-COVID anything collectible in this world just shot up in value. And there was a period between sort of late 2020 and early 2022 when it was manic. It was the birth of the Una and the Lion, which is still doing very well, by the way. That 2 ounce gold Una, and there was one that sold recently at Heritage Auction for £72,000 for a 2 ounce gold coin. Incredible. But there is a market for them. It's just there is a tough market right now for collectibles. And especially with the way that silver and gold are right now, with their prices perceivably being lower than where they were before. I think there are a lot of people in this world that are buying things like this. Maybe not quite as lot of people buying those things, but maybe there are a lot of people buying things like this. Just generic silver rounds for as much or as many as they can get for as whatever price that they're getting. And it's having an effect on the sort of premium markets for coins out there, bringing them all down. But I do think it's cyclical. So with that all said, it would be great to hear from you down in the comment section as to what your thoughts are, both on expectations when buying and selling your gold and silver from the various different products that I've covered in today's video. It'd be great to hear from you down in that comment section. And if you do want to buy any of our products, there's a link in the description to my website, and you can go and see the 10th ounce bars, the 1 gram fractionals that we've got, and our ammonites. That's it from me today. Thank you all for watching. A big thank you especially to any of my backyard bullion ramblers. And if you don't know what that is and you're watching to this point, then you are in the super cool kids club, The Ramblers. Thank you very much. We'll see you on the next video. And as always, please make sure that you like, share, comment, and subscribe for more.